The Unity 24FX might be the most flexible floor plan in the whole LTV lineup. The innovative leisure lounge system offers multiple configurations for dining, relaxing, sleeping. It's built on the Mercedes-Benz 3500 cutaway chassis with a 3-liter 6-cylinder turbo diesel engine. This model features a second rear lounge area with a residential style sofa, which provides more living, working, and entertainment space. Does the FX in Unity FX stand for flexible? Well, it just might. This model features full body paint. It's Atlantic blue on the outside and white oak cabinets and clay leather upholstery. This is the 2024 Leisure Unity 24FX. Hey guys, it's Mike Drudge coming to you from Leisure RV Center of DFW as well as Greater Houston. Look what I have behind me. I have a 2023 Leisure Unity 24FX model. This might be the most flexible model in all of the Leisure line. FX, I'm gonna say it might stand for flexible. I don't know if it really does or not, but let's say it does. It's a beautiful coach. Let's have a closer look. Let me show off 3 of my very favorite things about this model. This is so good I can't pass it up. This leisure lounge setup. Let's have a look. It has an ottoman. It's a sofa. It's a chaise lounge. It's a dining room table. Hey, it's a 68 by 76 nearly king-size bed, and there's a bonus thing about this I'll show you in just a minute. And next, even though we're in a 25-foot coach, I have 2 separate distinct living areas, a rear lounge and a front lounge area. And finally, I have an ottoman that stows under here, and it also doubles as a workstation. 2023 FX, flexible, the most flexible. This might be the Swiss Army knives of all the leisure travel vans because you can use it in so many ways. 25 feet long, flexible space up here in the leisure lounge, a separate living area back there. You can even take a nap. You could sleep back there and have 2 separate sleeping areas, which is something I really like. Sometimes when my wife and I are traveling, when somebody wants to take a nap and the other one doesn't, you have that option on a unit like this. And again, even though we're in a 25-foot footprint, it's very spacious in here. I'm continually impressed with the engineering of leisure travel vans. Every little nook and cranny is deliberately thought out and well-used space. Let's start with some neat little nooks and crannies right here in the entrance door. I'm going to pop this door open just to give me a little bit of room to work. But as I'm stepping up into the coach, I have my disconnect for the 12 volt right here, and we have our fuses and breakers labeled right here inside the door. Familiarize yourself with those in case you need to do some troubleshooting, but I want to point it out since we're doing the tour. Nice backlit grab handle here, and we've got a multiplex firefly system here, and this is a secondary panel for light switches and so on. As I'm stepping in from outside the coach, it's right at eye level, so I appreciate having that. Your step override switch is right here, so if it's on like it is now, that step's going to stay out like it would be at the campsite. Turning it off every time the door goes closed, step goes in. Never fear, if you take off with that step out, turn the ignition on, step's gonna come in. So I'm coming in here, I just walked the dog, I got some dirty shoes. Where do they go? Right in here with my bright, obnoxious bright shoes. Nice place to tuck several pairs of shoes away in there so you're not tripping over those shoes. Stepping up into the coach, I've got another cubby right here so I can put my hat, jacket, dog leash, dog collars, or whatever right in here, and 2 places to hang my hat or my jacket. So haven't even gotten inside the coach and they're already making good use of the space inside the coach. For privacy, I really appreciate having an MCD shade right there, so I have total blackout, total privacy right here. All the shades all the way around on leisure travel vans are MCD brand, which are great. Nice balance up here. Moving over into this area, I have some controls up here. I actually have an optical drive still here in 2023, so I can play DVD. I still have DVDs, got lots of them. Right there you have an optical drive, connections for satellite and so on, and power up here, inverted power as well for components. Now our TV right here, if you release it right there, I can now pull this out and the sound bar comes out with it. So I can pull this out, angle it toward the galley area or our leisure lounge area, even toward the back of the coach. Look, this rotates all the way around. I can pull it up here and rotate it this way because both of these captain's chairs spin around. So no matter what angle you're at, that TV can accommodate the best viewing angle for you. More storage right under here. How big is that storage? Big enough to accommodate me. Okay, yeah, I've got a rod right here for clothes. Look at this, it pulls out, so I can pull this out, grab my shirts or my jackets that I want. Really, really neat engineering. So impressed. A little bit about me, I've owned a bunch of motorhomes. I've never owned a leisure travel van. It's on my very, very short list because of the engineering and the way these are put together. I feel like I'm in a high-end diesel pusher here, just the way it's put together, and I don't feel cramped even though we're in a pretty small motorhome. Hey, I mentioned the Firefly Multiplex System, and that's it right here. So you're going to control all the systems on the coach right here on this system. The neat thing is you can do this from your cell phone as well. So I've got my lighting controls, my generator, my auto gen start, all the controls right there easy, and then I've got secondary panels throughout the coach as well. Now look at here, extra storage up on top here, perfect size for a camera bag, as evidenced by that's where our camera bag is right there. Very nice, and a little cubby on the top here as well. Now, one of the really neat things about leisure is the way they engineer their lounge areas, and there's no exception here. There's so many different ways you can utilize this space. Right now, we've got very comfortable seating positions for that TV. I've got my ottomans under here, which are easy to deploy. Simply pull this out. You've got a cushion that stows under here. Look at that. So now I have an ottoman. Both sides work just the same. Once I deploy this into a dining setup, you have extra seating, so 4 people can comfortably sit around this as a dining setup as well. Putting it back, just reverse order, tuck that in, pop this away, and you're going to edit that out just like that. Now let's say I want to turn it into a sofa. Boom, it's now a sofa, a day bed, or as Dean likes to say, a chaise lounge. Pull this off of here, lift this adjustable armrest up, and now removing these cushions like this, I now have a day bed or a chaise lounge. Very easy to do. Let's take it a step farther, and I'm going to deploy the dining room table. I'm going to lift this table up, which is also a nice little table when you're using this as seating area right here for drinks or whatever, but it's also the support for your dining room table. Boom. Same on both sides. Now I have plenty of room for eating for 2. If I pull out those ottomans like I did, easily I can put 4 folks around here and comfortably. Pop this back up out of the way and lock it in place. Pop that out of the way. Remove a cushion. Lower your armrest, and now we'll deploy the bed. Release here. Release here. Down comes our mattress. Pop this open. How about that? Nearly king-sized mattress. And I can walk around it. So there's room to get around here. I don't have to do the dreaded crawl over. I can get around this, fully walkable around this nearly king-size bed. Now, I hinted to a special feature here. Check this out. Adjustable backrest. So watching TV, working on my computer, visiting, lounging, I have this adjustable backrest any angle you want it. And up here, a window. These are all tilt-out windows. I can crank these open and get lots of nice ventilation in here. I've got my reading lights on either side, easy to reach. Nice diffused LED lighting all the way through the coach. So very, very comfortable. I love the flexibility of this setup. And how about this? We have a nice table right up here. Both of these seats spin around, but here's a neat thing. Notice it's a flat floor from the cab area all the way back to the rear of the coach. There's no step up or step down, so it's real safe and comfortable, especially when you spin these seats around. Very nice. And when you're not using this conveniently stows in the cabinet up in the front. So a lot of neat stuff going on up here. I'm going to work my way back. I've got a skylight right here, which I've got it completely shaded now. I can pull this to have a screen to allow fresh air to come in and out. Just release this if I want to open up the skylight, pop it closed so I can have it closed all the way, open with a screen, darkened at night. Lets a lot of nice fresh air through the coach when you're in those nice cool evening climates. So moving up into the galley, there's a 1/2 inch thick Corian countertops right here, 2-burner spark ignition cooktop right here, propane cooktop of course, and nice drawers. So look at these, and here's the neat thing. Not only are they well constructed, so you have little cubbies for silverware and everything, your little scrub pads right up here, but these are all soft close. Nice, so you're not banging those doors and disturbing your partner. Again, 1/2 inch Corian countertops, nice deep stainless steel sink with a high-rise faucet. I've also got little cubbies up here for spices, towels, and so on. Flexible space up here. Opening up this nice curved cabinetry below gives us access to our plumbing connections down here, and as well as our Truma AquaGo water heater, the backside of it, of course. Not a storage compartment, but it does give you easy access to that should you ever need it. MCD roller shades everywhere. I have my day shade deployed already, and there's little keepers on either side to keep it up against the window. Same way, pull down your night shade, same drill. Have total blackout. Keeps them up there nice, snug, right next to the edge of the window. So very, very nice. GFI protected and inverted power. So you pull over, you want to make a cup of coffee or something, you've got power right there, inverted from your lithium battery pack down there. Okay, up here, more storage. Check this out. Nice curved cabinetry up here. Again, these are all soft close. Want to make sure they're latched before travel like that. But when you're at the campsite, day-to-day use, that's all you have to do, and they're closed. Real nice. Over here, how about this refrigerator? So a 6.7 cubic foot 3-way refrigerator. So this is running off 110. It's running off 12 volts. It's running off propane. Anyway, any scenario, you're covered with power. Here's the neat thing. If I'm sitting here and I need to get a beverage out of here, I simply open this up, grab my beverage. If I'm on this side and I need a beverage, I can open it up that way. How cool is that? The freezer works the same way. It opens up either way. Very convenient. Love that. Convection microwave up here, so it's not a huge unit, but again, big enough for, hey, popcorn, warming up leftovers and things like that. Since we don't have a conventional oven in here, we do have a convection microwave over here. Now again, a special thing about this is the separate living area. 2 distinct living areas and lots of storage. I've got a cubby up here, and you always get a nice pantry with leisure. Look at this. So I've got my canned goods, my boxes of cereal, what have you in here. Very handy right next to the galley area. That will get a lot of use for sure. More storage here. This is where you would store your table that goes between the front captain's chair, so the pole and the table fit in there. I can hang some more clothing, so I have 2 closets. This closet with a clothes rod here, as well as the one up front, and then again, ball bearing, soft close all the way around, and another cubby down there. Very nice. So I'm coming back in here, and again, traveling, sometimes again, you're with your significant other, somebody wants to read and not watch what that person up there is watching on TV. You can do that. You can program 2 different things on these TVs, have a separate space, take a nap back here, the other person can do what they want to. Remove these cushions from here and you have a pretty decent sleeping surface here. And if you want to work back here, look at here. You just pull out this ottoman. If I want to use it as an ottoman, pull out this cushion, pop this down, boom. How about that? Now I have an ottoman. Maybe I want to use it as a work surface. Just pull this up. Now I can put my laptop here. I can use it as an eating surface, have a snack, have a meal, have my laptop computer, however you want. So nice and handy, and most importantly, it's easy to do. So look how easy that is. And the cushion simply stows under there for transport. Also back here I have a second TV like I mentioned, so again, separate programming is handy. Look at my cabinets up here. Nice curved cabinetry all the way around. Again, soft close, soft close, soft close. So I've got 3 up here, 2 right above my head. Diffused LED lighting everywhere. A little cubby right up here for however you want to use it, but they're utilizing every little bit of extra space in this coach. Here's one of those secondary multiplex switches right here. So I have our ceiling lights for the lounge area, porch light, accent lights, and our master on and master off. So if I'm back here and I don't have my cell phone handy, I can control the lights from here. Again, if you have your cell phone and you have the app on it, you can control all those features from your cell phone as if you were right up there at the multiplex system. GFI protected outlet right up here, as well as 12-volt USB power up here as well. So I can be charging my iPad and my other gadgetry right here while I'm lounging in the back lounge area. Now, engineering again. How about this bathroom? It's very spacious. I have to remind myself that we're in a 25 feet 1 inch, we'll call it 25 feet inch coach. So even though we're in a small footprint, a very spacious bathroom. I don't feel cramped in here. Here's the neat thing. I can utilize this bathroom with this door just like it is, like this. But with these very strong magnets, pop this open, and now the bathroom becomes so much larger, more elbow room yet. So you don't have to utilize that. Say you're on a trip or something quick, just pop in here, use the bathroom. There's enough room to use it. But when you're set up at camp, pop that open, and now this room really gets transformed and very nice. Have a porcelain foot flush toilet right here, along with a sprayer for easy cleaning. I have another secondary multiplex switch right behind the corner here, so that's handy to have. A medicine cabinet up here with adjustable European hinges, hidden hinges here, places for towels and wash rags right below that. Place for your toothbrush. Very nice little hangers right here, which are adjustable. A little bitty sink, little bitty sink. This is about the size of sink that you get in the airplane when you go for a flight. But hey, it's big enough to wash your hands, brush your teeth, do what you got to do in the bathroom sink. So again, our 1/2 inch Corian and a little bit more storage under here, and our whole house water filter lives under here as well. How about the shower? It's shower time. So I step up in here. I am 6 feet tall. Plenty of room for me to do what I need to do in a shower. Nice big shower wand and a skylight up here. So I could be yet a little bit taller. 6 feet tall, 6 feet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 feet 5, and you're still good to go. Have a little LED light in here. And this is nice. This pops down so you can hang a wet swimming suit or a towel in here if you like. Nice shower surround all the way around here. And this is neat. This is a self-squeegeeing. Is that a word? Squeegeeing? It's a self-squeegeeing shower curtain. So when that rolls away, it's cleaning itself every time you open and close it. And it's got kind of a frosted surface for it. Really nice. Really like that. I love how this is just easy to transform with that. And this magnet is really, really strong. So the first one of these I looked at, man, how does this thing open? I don't want to break it, but it's a strong magnet to pop that open and transform this living space back here. So again, we're in the Unity 24F X. It's a really beautiful unit. So much going on the inside of this. There's even more fun stuff on the outside. So let's hop out in the Texas heat and have a look. Okay, now on the outside of this 24FX, we're 25 feet 1 inches long. I've got a beautiful awning with the LED light strip right under it. The switch for the awning is right in here under the passenger seat. I'm gonna go ahead and extend our awning right here. This awning is 12 feet long and it extends about 7 feet. So a nice amount of coverage on what I call the fun side of the RV. I call it the fun side because this is where all the fun stuff happens. It's where the picnic table is, the fire pit, the lies, all the fun stuff that happens on the fun side of the RV. So we have this out, legless awning, very, very nice boom. And notice our LED light strip travels out with the awning, very convenient, lights it up really nicely under here. So what do we have here? I've got a little courtesy light. I've had this door open for a second so it went off, but I have a courtesy light here for entering the coach. Our nice fiberglass molded wings that go into the rest of the coach. So again, we're on a 3500 series cutaway chassis. Leisure Travel Van's building all of this back here. They get the Mercedes chassis and everything you see back here is from LTV. This is solid. Here's something you might not think to do when you're shopping around. Don't go crazy with it, but do this when you look at an RV. This is solid. This is a vacuum bonded wall. It's 2-inch tubular aluminum vacuum bonded with 2-pound density foam insulation. Really, really, really solid. So it's vacuum bonded here. We've got a vacuum bonded roof structure. It makes for a quiet ride. It makes for a really strong structure, which of course is important. Now, storage is often a premium on what the industry calls B+ motorhomes, but LTV gives you a nice amount of it. You've got these that are hinged up and they got struts to hold this up so it's not gonna boink you on the head. But here's a neat thing. Give this a turn and it pulls it in tight. So now it's really tight and weatherproof inside. These are all lockable. They're lockable with your key. You're going to have a little switchblade type key right here that you can lock all of these doors along the bottom of the coach for security. Coming over here to this one, same drill. We have our 2000 watt pure sine wave inverter. So we have good, clean, inverted power for use in the coach. Really important for electronics. And then a nice little compartment here that does have some carpeting around it. If it didn't have carpeting, I'd be putting carpeting around it because that way things aren't sliding around and banging into each other and everything. Nice to have that. And again, same way, give that a twist and it pulls tight. And these, just like the cabinets on the inside, are soft close. So you're not banging doors and waking up your neighbors and waking up your guests inside. Our Truma AquaGo on-demand water heater right here. How beautiful is this? Really, really nice. Don't need to know a lot about this, but it's got a couple settings. It's got an eco setting and a regular normal setting. Normal, it's on-demand hot water at all the outlets. The eco is it doesn't keep that little reservoir hot all the time. I usually leave it set on normal when I'm using it. So when I want that hot water, I have that hot water. 110 right here, so a GFI protected outlet. If I want to have a cooktop or something out here on a table, how nice is this? Easy to clean, enamel coated table, perfect for the outdoors. It dries off easily. I can put a tablecloth on here or not, but it's right here next to our power, so I can put a coffee maker, a margarator, a cooktop, whatever you want right here. Very handy. And then this conveniently stows right in here for travel. So again, another nice little storage space. Below it, we'll reveal our generator, our RV 3200. So it's 3.2 kilowatt propane generator. Propane generator is quieter than a diesel generator, and that's what you get here. It's got an auto gen start, very nice. Again, we have our gas struts here and yet another storage compartment right behind it. This is a propane quick connect, so if you have a low pressure cooktop, propane griddle, that sort of thing, you can pop it in there and have that on your patio side, the fun side as well. Have our rear view camera that's integrated into this automotive style fiberglass rear cap. Very nice to have that up there. 30 amp coach, so we're 30 amps all the way around. We have our 30 amp detachable power cord here. And here's a little collar that you'll want to thread in just for safety, so that if kids are riding around and they knock, you don't want them to knock this loose, but it's nice to have that power cord. Now this is the what I refer to as the utility bay. So pop this open. These are where all the connections happen. Leisure makes it easy. So back here is our macerator hose and our macerator assembly, our black tank valves right here, so our gray and black tank valves, a Sani flush right here. So this is a black tank flush. I would suggest doing that every month or two, or after a long trip and you're going to put the unit in storage for a while, go ahead and flush out that black tank. You'll always want to make sure that the black tank valve is open before you put a separate hose on there. I keep a separate hose for that use only, or maybe to wash the dog or something too, but I keep a separate hose only for flushing my black tank, just for sanitary purposes. Your propane fill right here, which is going to be done at a truck stop or wherever, of course, and then you can turn off your propane system right here, which you will do, of course, before you fill it. Our macerator switch, cable TV hookup. If you have cable TV at your campground, and many of them do, you'll be able to hook up right here. And then our water pump, so I can turn my water pump on and off right here. I can also turn it on and off on the inside. Now they give you this little guy so that I can reach under there and open up the valve to empty all the fresh water out if you need to do that for winterizing, sanitizing, and that kind of thing. Now here's your main water connection. There's a little porthole down here that you'll route your hose up to and hook up your main water connection. Hot and cold shower. So I've got my pigtail hose, quick connect, so I can wash off those sandy feet at the beach and so on right here, or your spouse, or your pet, or your kids, or your whatever, right here with this handy dandy deal. Your winterizing valve right here, I'm going to use that once a year. Now this little guy is already attached and plumbed in to pull antifreeze from a jug into the system, or if you need to pull non-pressurized water into your freshwater tank, you can do that from this as well. Obviously, if you have fresh water pressurized, you're going to hook it up right here. But say you're out in the boondocks, you need more fresh water, you can put this in a jug of fresh water and pull that into your system. My only possible suggestion and wish for leisure, maybe put a cap on the end of this just to keep it extra clean inside there. I would probably fashion a cap myself out of a PVC piece and put it on there just to keep it super clean, because I like to keep everything as clean as possible when I'm traveling. That just lays right in there, very nice. And just like all the other doors, it's soft close. These don't lock because you've got your propane connect in there, and some people will ask why this doesn't lock. Any propane door is not going to be lockable for safety reasons. Have our refrigerator vent right here. Now, one thing I want to point out about this slide out that is really handy as an RVer, I have cracked my noggin a whole bunch trying to reach underneath slide outs to get to storage compartments. In this case, the storage compartments actually travel out with the slide. So they come out with the slide, and they're very easy to access right here because of it. Instead of leaving those storage compartments up there, it would be a real booger to try to get up there on your hands and knees and get items out. So I have two nicely sized storage compartments here. Now Leisure always gives you a 3-inch sewer hose right in here, stowed away if you ever need it. May not need it. You're going to use that macerator 99% of the time. If you ever had an issue or you just needed to use a regular dump, 3-inch dump, you've got the sewer hose right there, so you can use it as well. Again, soft close, boom, give that a twist, and now it's really, I mean, even if I tug on this, it's tight. It makes a tight seal around that rubber gasket, and again, just like the others, it's lockable. Also, there's no piano hinge. There's no metal hinge on here at all. This is an EPDM rubber hinge, I guess you could call it. It's a hinge, but very durable, very quiet, and very weather tight, so you don't have to worry about metal corroding like you would typically on a metal piano hinge or something. So it's another LTV thing that I really like. So moving up here, again, vacuum bonded walls all around. I have slide toppers as well. Sometimes you don't think about, does the unit have slide toppers when you're shopping? Slide toppers are up there, so if you're under a pine tree or, well, any kind of tree that's dropping leaves or needles or something, that's going to keep the debris off the top of your slide. So when you pull that slide in, you're not pulling that debris with the slide. It's keeping it clean. Now, best practice, what I like to do if I've been at a campsite, especially if I'm under a tree canopy, and you often are, if I've been here for a couple weeks, I like to hop up there on a small ladder or something and take a little small leaf blower, or just look in there and make sure there's not a pine cone or something that has wandered up in there, or a squirrel carried up in there or something like that, just to make sure it's clean. It probably will be perfectly clean. It is almost all the time, but just to be safe, I like to make sure that that's nice and clean in there. But point being, you have your slide toppers. And again, these are tilt-out windows, tilt-out frameless windows. You can leave those open if it's a nice cool evening. You can go for a walk, and even if it does come up a shower, it can't rain in there, and I really like that. Here's our fuel fill location. So it's secure because you can only get to it if the coach door is open. Open that up. Now I can close the door so the fumes don't go in while I'm fueling. Once I've completed fueling, pop that closed, and it's secure when the door closes on it. Nice Alcoa rims all the way around. Very beautiful, very classy with the Leisure logo in front. Nice molded front cap that goes in, transitions nicely into the rest of the coach. And you've seen this with Mercedes, but this is nice. I put my foot there to get up if I need to wash the windshield and so on. You see a little triangle right up there. That's a little camera and a sensor. There's lots of safety things on this coach in 2023 moving forward from Mercedes-Benz, and that's keeping an eye on things for you. So you've got that. You've also got sensors across the front of the coach, safety things like pre-collision assist. You've got road sign assist. You've got post-collision, adaptive cruise control. Once I get in the coach, we'll point out some more of those things for you. These mirrors all fold away, so if you are in a tight position, these will fold out of the way. And in case you're storing it for a while, these will stow away for you. So really good stuff. I'm going to hop up into the driver's seat and point out a few things before we wrap up our tour. Now I'm in the cockpit. I'm in the driver's seat, and we're in a Mercedes-Benz, and it feels like a Mercedes-Benz. This drives like a Mercedes-Benz. It drives like you think a Mercedes-Benz should. Lots of safety features, and Leisure orders these up with really all of them that are available. So we have a number of things, but before I get to that, I want to point out how comfortable these seats are. Leisure takes these seats from Mercedes and reupholsters them. You've got the nice Leisure logo right up here. Super comfortable, adjustable arms right here. These are heated, fully powered seats, and then under here you have your thigh support, so you can pull this out, and this is especially nice when you rotate these seats around to become additional living area. You can pull those out, and it makes a nice lounge chair, one of my favorite places to sit and watch TV once you get set up at the campsite. But our seats, we have adjustable seats right here. They're all power. There's 3 settings, so you can have settings for 3 separate drivers. Again, they are heated, and just like you would expect, our power heated mirrors in here that fold away. I've got vents all the way across. There's equal and uniform temperature control up here. I hate it when I've got hot spots going down the road. Lots of places for that cool air to come out. Here's a neat thing. Speaking of lots of places to put your beverages. So when you stop at that Buc-ee's on the way out of town, I got a couple drinks, my wife's got a couple drinks. Well, there's 4 right there, but I've got another one there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's one in each. I got 10 places to put beverages. How great is that? So I can have my coffee and my tea and my Slurpee and whatever. Very nice. Up here, I've got USB, I've got wireless charging, so if your phone supports wireless charging, just toss it up in there and it will be charging. A nice little storage place here as well, 12 volt again, and USB charging. A little cubby for storage again with our drink holders, and then up above here, it's kind of hard to see because of the lighting, I'm sure, but there is room to put maps. Those of us old people like me still use maps. I've printed things I want to put up there, and there's a place to keep it. Of course, our reading lamps up here, very handy as well. Now on the steering wheel, the left portion of the steering wheel is going to control the chassis related items right in front of you. The right portion here is going to control essentially the entertainment settings over here. And it works just like a computer mouse. Once you hit home and you toggle through it, just take your thumb and drag it across that switch and you can go to settings, info, media. You've got entertainment. I want to hit my radio, go through my separate channels. I want to go back home, go over to media. If you've got a device connected, other information, you can add applications. You can do all that without taking your eyes off the road and your wheels, your hands off the steering wheel. So very handy to have that. As far as safety, I mentioned you've got your sensors up in front. So we have adaptive cruise control, there's lane keeping assist, pre-collision assist, lots of safety features, which I'm going to throw up on the screen here for your reference. There's actually too many to go over right here. A lot of safety and convenience and comfort features that just make this a safe and really nice ride. We can control our climate control switches down here, both our temperature and our fan speed here as well. Now, in the event that your coach does not recognize the key fob, which is by the way, it's wireless, keyless entry, I should say, all the way around. But if this battery were to go dead, and I've come across this occasionally out on the lot where either the battery was dead because a coach sat for a while or it just didn't recognize the key for whatever reason, you'll get a message up on your dash that says place key fob in marked space. But the problem is there is no marked space. It's even in the owner's manual marked space, but there is no marked space. It's right down here. Simply take the key, pop it in there, and then it will recognize your key. You can start the coach and you're off to the races. All right, hey guys, we're in a 2023 Unity 24FX. Beautiful coach, FX flexible. It might be the Swiss Army knives of Unities. This is really great because I have a separate living space in the back from the front, a very spacious bathroom, a nice galley here. So many different ways I can figure this, so many different ways I can use it to suit your own needs. If you have questions about this unit, drop them in the section below and we'll do our best to get to those questions. And while you're down there, if you'd click like and subscribe, it wouldn't hurt my feelings. That way you'll be the first to know when we post more videos just like this. My name is Mike. I'm here at Fort Worth at the Leisure RV Center of Fort Worth, as well as Leisure RV Center of Greater Houston, Texas. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.